Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for the Oh So Inspired collaboration. This is our collab team. It's fabulous. And here is our inspiration for this month. It's Rochelle and her lovely card, which I will have all the information linked down below where you can see her work and our inspiration. You'll also have access to a playlist. You can just play all and see all the inspiration that everyone drew from this lovely card. There was so much inspiration from this card, but I decided to be extremely playful. And what I took from this card was the repeating patterns. So I really wanted to open a very wide door for you when you're casing someone else's card. You know, it can be the color, it can be like the topic. Here I'm playing with this older, not too shabby, it's from last year, kit that was all about puppy dogs. And our dog is headed to the groomer very soon. She needs to be, loved on and groomed. So I am making a card for her groomer, and I just love this kit for that. I thought it was so unique. And so I'm going to make a 5x7 card. I know that's not much of a surprise to many of you here. I'm cutting down this sheet here to 4.5 by 5.25 because I plan on adding these flowers. I did want to bring in some repeating patterns of flowers since that was what was on Rochelle's card. I also thought the colors that I'm using were complementary to the design that she had, but really, I mean, when you're drawing inspiration, I could have made a card that was based on the fold that she did, or die cutting, or, the big circle. Like, there's just so many ways to be inspired. And so today I'm just going to create this adorable little scene. And I loved this pattern paper with this repeating pattern on it of all these different items. But then I also kind of wanted to build a scene, and I thought that that was going to clash. The background was going to be a bit too busy. And I could have put a big circle. I certainly thought about it because that would be another way to draw from our inspiration piece. But once I flipped the paper over, I felt like this pattern was just so easy. I grabbed a couple more pieces of ephemera that I thought were super precious. My dog gets groomed in just this really adorable little shop that this lady built in her backyard. And it's so cute. It's like a really glamorized she shed of a grooming business. And so I think she'll really appreciate that. This card is kind of mimicking that. I did cut down a panel of just black cardstock to mat my card with. I really like how this ties in some of the elements of the ephemera. It's leaving just the tiniest black border all the way around the card. So it's just 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 if you wanted to know the size of this black sheet of paper. So I'm going to glue that down and glue down all of this. And while I do that, I want to talk a little bit more about this collab. It really grew this year, the team, and that's so exciting. There's a lot of talent here, and I know that you can find inspiration as you hop along. And I mean, I think casing a card is total flattery. If I ever saw someone case a card that I made, or when I do see that, I feel so flattered and honored. And, I just think it's really fun to look at pieces and find different ways to be inspired. And so, this card was just so much fun to make. It came together super quick. I almost felt like I was cheating. It was like a 15-minute card. If you guys have been watching my Oh So Inspired videos, then you know sometimes I go way out there. I think last month I made 25 cards from my Oh So Inspired. So sometimes I make a whole bunch, but in this instance, I just made this one. And I would love to use this kit to make some thank you cards to give her as a gift. So if you guys are interested in seeing me do that, let me know and I will come back and I will make her some thank you cards that then she could turn around and give out to patrons of her business. And they'll be dog theme, you know, adorable. So just let me know if you're interested in seeing that. But this card is just for her to say, thanks for grooming our big fluffy girl. You can see my dog in a short that I did a couple of weeks ago for Craft Roulette. She is super fluffy and adorable and huge. And if you don't have a big, fluffy, huge dog, then you know, and it probably depends on what area you're in, but we're finding it increasingly hard to find people who groom large breed dogs because they make the same money roughly that they would make, and they can do a lot more small dogs in the same amount of time. The groomers have been honest with me and told me that. And so, you know, I just want to show appreciation to our groomer. My husband said, maybe we should start a grooming business for only large breeds. Not my passion project, but it's a good idea. And now I'm working on the inside of the card. I always like to decorate the insides of my cards. So with this one is no exception. I am going to bring in a stamp from the stamp set and just stamp that right in the middle of the card. Obviously, I don't have to write a ton on a card like this. It's really just a thank you card more than anything. So it says sparkle and shine. I'll probably, you know, write something like, thanks for making our Phasma sparkle and shine, you know, something like that. So that's why I put it right in the middle so that I could write a little above and then sign our names down below. So this panel will go inside of the card. And I believe this one measures 4 by 6. Yes, it does. I can tell from the border. I hope you guys are feeling inspired. Maybe this is not your first video to see in this hop today. Maybe you're just hopping along and finding mine in the rotation. But I'm sure you're finding lots of inspiration from this hop. I know that I always do, and it's fun to see how people interpret or take different details from our main inspiration piece and make it their own. I am stamping this adorable dog in the bathtub on the back of my card. I've gotten to where I like to stamp back here, and I'm going to start showing y'all that a little more often, because I just think it's a fun detail, and it's another way to use more of our stamps that come in our stamp sets. So I just stamped that adorable, it looks like a Yorkie at the bathtub, and just writing handmade with love, Biddy Penny. And that finishes off my card, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. I know I had a whole lot of fun making this card, being inspired by Rochelle's card, and I cannot wait to hop along and see what everyone else has made. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me. I appreciate you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day. Bye.